So, while the Persona 4 Golden Run will continue, I wanted to start branching out into other games that I like and looking at what makes them fun, and I figured a good way to do this would be to look at and examine why I think the bosses are interesting in different ways from those other games. And I want to kick off this series by starting with my favorite boss from my favorite franchise, Kingdom Hearts. Now, a little backstory about me and Kingdom Hearts. I got into the game when I was a kid and picked up Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PS2 in about 2008 or so. And since then, the series has kept me coming back to play each new release since then, up to and including the most recent release, Kingdom Hearts 3, with the Remind DLC that released this past January. On a side note, I will be recording Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory when it comes out later this year as well, so make sure you look around for that. But Kingdom Hearts, for those of you who don't know, is a franchise that started in 2002 that was made by Square Enix and Disney about a boy named Sora who has to go through various worlds, some owned by Disney and some not, with Donald and Goofy and save the world from the forces of darkness. Except he kind of already did that, and none of us currently know what's going on, but it's totally fine. We're used to it by now. But that being said, the music in this franchise is second to none in my opinion. Yoko Shimomura always puts out fantastic music with each installment of the game. The story is kind of a dumpster fire, but it also somehow captivated me and actually made me want to learn the lore of the series, something that's never happened with another franchise before. And it captivated me, and the gameplay is fast paced and fun in each installment. And yes, that includes Chain of Memories. Now, in Kingdom Hearts 3, they upgraded the combat in an update that released with the Remind DLC that, in my opinion, is the best the series has ever seen. And in this video, I want to talk about a boss that pushes all of those new mechanics to the limit in one of the best one-on-one fights this series has. That's right, I'm going to be talking about Yozora, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now, there's not really much I can say about Yozora because he's the most recent antagonist in the franchise, but we'll get into that in a bit. He's the secret boss of the Remind DLC, and frankly, one of, if not the best secret boss in the series, topping Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 2, and even Lingering Wolf from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. There are a couple of reasons I really enjoy the Yozora fight, and one of those reasons is how it works in the narrative of Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. There's nothing but mystery surrounding Yozora and how he fits into the narrative, but even so, he serves as a great contrast to the main protagonist of the game, Sora. It's a widely accepted belief, so widely that it may as well be fact at this point, that Yozora is a reused asset from series director Tetsuya Nomura's cancelled game Final Fantasy Vs. 13. When you defeat Yozora, it parallels a Final Fantasy Vs. 13 trailer that is almost a shot for shot remake. However, in Kingdom Hearts 3, Yozora is introduced in the Toy Story world as a video game character for a game called Baron Rex. But we have no backstory on him other than a nameless star mentioning him to Sora near the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. And when Sora meets up with him in a realm we know nothing about, he has a very vague past that ultimately raises more questions than it answers when he tells us that he went through some trials and was told to save Sora. And that added intensity of having to defeat this man while knowing nothing about him, his motives, and how they relate to Sora hits hard in a way that hasn't been present in this franchise before. Also, the contrast between them is staggering. The way Azora uses machines and technology and has a darker color palette in his design and combat style, versus the way Sora uses magic that resembles the world of fantasy and utilizes more colorful and flashier combos. Yet we know somehow these two characters are related with one another because Sora translates to sky, and Yozora translates to night sky. And knowing Nomura, that isn't by accident. Now, let's get into the actual fight. Now, this whole video I've been saying Yozora is the best fight in the franchise, and I guess I should actually tell you why I think that. The reason he beat out contenders, like Lingering Will, is that in my opinion, while some consider Lingering Will to be a hard boss to fight in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, I found the gameplay in Kingdom Hearts 3 to be just more fun and more customizable than that of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, which ultimately led to a better experience in the boss fights. Kingdom Hearts 3 has a system that really rewards creativity and helps players get creative with their setups. I always considered Kingdom Hearts 3 just a step above Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. But in the update that released along with the Remind DLC, they upgraded Sora's combat by adding new Keyblades that have new forms and new abilities that spiced up Sora's combos which enhanced the gameplay even further. And Yozora really put all those abilities to the test in this fight. It took me about 5 hours total to beat him on normal difficulty the first time, and even longer to do it on critical mode. Yozora tests your ability to learn and memorize patterns, item management, and forces you to customize your weapons and abilities to optimize your playstyle to win. As a side note, This fight taught me why it was really important to have a Keyblade that has a healing shot lock, like Hero's Origin or Ever After equipped, just in case you run out of items. And if you don't do those things, you will be heavily punished as a result. I remember sitting and being so confused as Yozora took my Keyblade and used it against me time and time again, leaving me with no weapon. Or when he stole my health and my Kupo coin and used it against me when I thought I won the fight. Also, while the idea of Yozora stealing your Kupo coin and using it against you is a frustrating mechanic, it's also a nice touch because it gives you even more incentive to stay on your toes so that doesn't happen. Even his desperation move, where he changes the environment and it's very dark and ominous but flashy in its own way, is one of my favorites. And if you stay alert, you can find places where he's vulnerable to attacks, which is one of the first instances in a boss fight where I can actually fight back during a desperation move instead of just guarding and trying to stay alive. Also, the Gigas that you fought only as toys in the Toy Story world come back in this fight as well, and that adds to the mystery that is Yozora because you want to know how that world relates to Sora's. And when you finally win, it feels satisfying because it's the culmination of all that work you put into that fight finally paying off as you watch the good ending of the secret episode. Yozora is definitely one of, if not the hardest boss fight in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and while losing so many times definitely gets frustrating after a while, it just motivates you even more to go back and learn more about the fight and try your hand at it again. And honestly, I love every second of it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you liked the video. Make sure you leave a comment if you like this mini-series because this is definitely something I want to continue. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so when I post new content, you'll be the first ones to see it. And as a little post-credit, post-video thing, I decided to upload my first run of Yozora on critical mode when the DLC released when I ran through it on critical mode. So thank you so much for watching and make sure you have a fantastic day.
Got this. You're done. Got this. Let's go.
It's over.
I don't think so. No What a pain. It's on.
Back off. Back off. Try this.
What a pain. Got this. Got this. Got this. Gotcha. What a pain. Now. There. Nope. Nice try. Now.
Take this. It's over. So long. Try this.
I don't think so.
It's over.
Come on.
Nice.
Ready for this? Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Back off.
Nice try. Ready for this?
Take this. Back off. Back at it. Take this. Back off. Take this. Back off. Take this. Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. See ya.
I don't think so. Now.
Nice.
Nope. I don't think so. You're done. Got this. You're done. There. Now. This'll do it. This'll do it. Nope. Break. No chance. There. Nope. There. No chance. I don't think so. Shall we?
Back off! Take this! See ya!
Got this. You lost. Now. You lost.
Nice!
No chance. I don't think so.